He is a member of Venezuela's powerful Constituent Assembly and served as a Speaker of the National Assembly between 2006 and 2011. The show was coming to you from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation. The Hague. A Dutch court has sentenced and added a 4-year former communist ruler to life imprisonment for war crimes. A Chef Alemu, who is 63 years of age, was found guilty of crimes including the execution of 75 people during the 4-year Red Terror purges in the late 1970s. The dual Ethiopian Dutch national and former aide to then ruler Mengistu Haile Mariam denied all the charges against him. More than 300 victims were nabbed in 4 war crime charges, and Ethiopia has already sentenced him to death in absentia. Prosecutors said that Alemu was henchman of Mengistu in the northwest Gojan province. The case was tried under Dutch Universal Jurisdiction law at the district court in The Hague. Washington. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said North Korea must earn its way back to the table for negotiations between the two countries to restart. Mr. Tillerson said Pyongyang had to carry out a cessation of weapon testing before any talks. It is a U-turn from comments made earlier this week when Mr. Tillerson said the U.S. was ready to talk anytime if North Korea would like to talk. That remark was strictly contradicted by the White House. North Korea has carried out repeated nuclear and ballistic missile tests this year in the face of global condemnation and increasingly heavy international sanctions. Ottawa. A Canadian billionaire and his wife have been found dead at their home in Toronto in circumstances that police described as suspicious. The bodies of Barry Sherman and his wife Honey were found in the basement by NSF agents. Mr. Sherman was the founder and chairman of the pharmaceutical giant Apotex, which sells enormous medicine around the world. He was one of Canada's richest men and a prominent philanthropist. There was no sign of forced entry to the property. Local media reported that investigators were not searching for a suspect at this time. Canberra. Australians in a suburb of Sydney are voting in a by-election that could cost the governing Conservative coalition a slim majority in Parliament. The poll was called after Dandenong Member Parliament John Alexander stepped down in the crisis over dual citizenship. The citizenship crisis has forced 9 Australia's Member Parliament to resign. Mr. Alexander of the Liberal National Coalition is standing for re-election but faces a strong challenge from Labour's Christina Kenally. If Mr. Alexander loses, Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull would lose his 1-seat majority in Parliament. The government would then have to rely on the support of 5 independents to push through its program. Bucharest. A state funeral is underway in Romania for former monarch King Michael, who died at age 96 on 5th of December. More than 20,000 Romanians queued in the capital Bucharest to pay their respect to his body lying in state. Royalty from across Europe are attending, including Spain's former King Juan Carlos and Prince Charles. King Michael is best remembered for his court he joined in August 1944 to switch Romanian from the Nazis to the Allied side in the World War II. Also abducted by Romania's communist leaders, a few years later, he lived most of his life in exile in Switzerland. So in the news here, the main headlines again. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Almu Hussein, has congratulated the Zanzibar national team Zanzibar Heroes following the team qualified for the CeAf Challenge Cup final after kicking out the defending champions Uganda, the French, 2-1 at Moi Stadium in Kisumu yesterday. The International Monetary Fund IMF has lauded Tanzania for its cooperation with the fund's managers and prudent measures adopted so far to substantially improve the country's economy. A Dutch court has sentenced and added to Ethiopia's former communist ruler to life imprisonment for war crimes. And U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said North Korea must earn its way back to the table for negotiations between the two countries to restart. And this is the end of the news from Zanzibar Broadcasting Corporation.